It seems like only yesterday I was sat behind the goal at the ALEX Stadium as England was sent crashing from the World Cup by France. It was touch and go if Gareth Southgate would continue in his post after that quarter-final exit. He's decided to give it one more go, and England begin their qualifying campaign for the next European Championships with a really daunting fixture away from home against the defending champions Italy in Naples. It's a game that conjures up memories of Paul Ince and his blood-stained headband as England qualified for France '98 in Rome back in 1997, but also more painful memories of that European Championship penalty shootout heartache against Italy at Wembley. This isn't the same Italian side. In fact, Roberto Mancini has admitted they are in transition, missing several key players, including their star striker Immobile. It's a very youthful Italian squad. So England actually are not a bad price with Star Sports at 13-8 to go and win. What would put me off that bet is Southgate's record against the top nations. They're flat track bullies, the Three Lions. They beat the teams they should. Too often they come up short against those more powerhouse nations, the likes of France and Italy, and those recent painful defeats. I think the safer bet is for a really tight game, 0-0, when these two last met in the Nations League. That was a rare highlight, actually, of what was a pretty disastrous competition for England before the World Cup. 4-6 with Star Sports for under 2.5 goals appeals to me. If you fancy feeling a bit more ambitious and you want an England goal scorer to break the deadlock, Harry Kane 4-1 with Star Sports is the obvious bet, particularly given that he scored 21 goals in 28 games in the Premier League so far this season in a Tottenham side that aren't particularly attractive on the eye and don't create too many chances. But what we know about Kane when it comes to England is that frequently now he drops into midfield, and that might allow one of his teammates actually to cash in. I would have put a Marcus Rashford in this market. He's had to pull out injured, which is a big blow, not just for Rashford himself, given his form at Manchester United, but I think for Southgate as well. What about Bukayo Saka? He was scintillating. I was at the Emirates on Saturday, absolutely destroyed Crystal Palace, 2 goals and an assist. He's 8-1 to open the scoring for England. I think that's a pretty tasty bet. So my 2 recommendations, under 2.5 goals, 4-6 with Star Sports, and that man Bukayo Saka, who might just end up being Premier League Player of the Season, by the way, 8-1 with Star Sports to score first.